Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another crazy episode. Manic Monday. We got some Diddy mess to talk about and whatever else comes up on the plate. But before I get into all that, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the hell you're at. What's going on with everybody today? Let's do a roll call. I see Michelle in here today. Renee, Danae, Elise, Enoch, Grandma Kathy, and the rest of the gang. Come on in, come on in. Diddy trying to get released. You know, it's been a while since we had any new Diddy sightings or Diddy news. But if you haven't heard, Diddy gets more appeals than I've ever seen in my life. In this recent situation, Diddy is going for an appeal. And he appeals the conviction, and he's trying for release. We're going to talk about that today. How's everybody feeling? Hope everybody's weekend was good. Mine was awesome. How about you guys in the chat? Hey, what's up, Portia? What's up, D? We got Denise in the building. Hope everything is good. Portia, what's up? You know, we got to talk about this little rascal Diddy. Oh, even before I get into that, man, what is this mess they trying to pull with the new Michael Jackson movie? Before we get into this, Diddy, what are they trying to prove, or what are they trying to pull with this new Michael Jackson movie? Word on the street is that TMZ has put out another false story. I can't confirm, but I'm going to just give you what both sides said in this case real quick. So they had the private screening for the new Michael Jackson movie that I can't wait to come out. As a matter of fact, I just looked it up on my phone yesterday. I believe it comes out April 24th. Am I correct? Yes. April 24th. Some theaters will have early screening April 22nd. So they had a private screening. After the private screening, TMZ ran a story claiming that Janet Jackson was arguing with Jermaine Jackson about how many things were not right about the movie, and that the character didn't walk like Michael Jackson, didn't talk like Michael Jackson. Uh, just ripping the movie to shreds. Had me thinking like, damn, I'm so excited about this movie, and is it gonna be is it gonna disappoint me? And then guess what? Janet's people come out saying that all was a complete lie, which made me say, why is TMZ always on the other side of some Michael Jackson controversy? And they always on the wrong side of it. I don't get it. I'm definitely C Tuck had an emergency on Friday. That's what happened on Friday. C Tuck had an emergency on Friday. His daughter, he was supposed to hold it down, and then his daughter had an emergency. So that was over Friday. Now we're on to Monday. What is TMZ's gripe with Michael Jackson? I don't get it. They run stories slandering him all the time. And then this. And I actually pulled the receipts. This is Janet's PR person or whatever. The reported clash between Janet and Jermaine Jackson over the Michael biopic is denied by Janet's longtime artistic director, Gil Duluau, or whatever. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name. And that was in a direct reply to TMZ. So TMZ runs a story talking about Janet is destroying the movie, and then it comes Janet's people say it's a flat out lie, which makes sense because at the end of the day, first of all, Michael Jackson is being played by his nephew. It didn't make sense to me that Janet Jackson would be destroying her nephew like that in public, or for the public to hear or have knowledge of it. Just did not make sense. I mean, I'm sure Janet Jackson loves her nephew. She's not going to crush her nephew and talk about he don't walk like Mike, he don't do this, he don't do that. So I really didn't like it. So I'm putting the word out that although TMZ ran that story that Janet and Jermaine Jackson were feuding, if you didn't know, Jafar Jackson, who was playing Michael Jackson, is Jermaine's son. Janet's people have come out and said that it's not true. Janet's people have come out and say that's not true. Elise says, everybody check out the trailer. I've seen it. She say, Jermaine's son is damn near a clone of Michael. Yeah, he looks, the resemblance is crazy. No, I saw the trailer. I saw, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Maybe I need to give a little bit more of a background. I have been waiting for this movie for about 3 years. When they announced it, almost 2.5 years ago. I've seen every trailer. I've read every article. I am obsessed. With this Michael Jackson movie. So I've seen every trailer. I've seen everything you can see. I've read everything you can read on this movie. It is, I can't believe we're only a week away. Like, I'm so excited. I've told Shauna, Clay, we're going to see it immediately. The first chance I get, as soon as it's available. I hope we have some early screening here. I don't think so, though. I'm going to see that movie. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Yeah. Hey, look, Danae says TM Sleazy is at it again. How you gonna talk shit about the family and leave Mike alone? Yeah. People say, weren't you? Don't you be on TMZ? Yeah, but hey, look, I'll go on any platform as long as I can convey the same message I convey here. But what people respect about me is I am honest about all of these platforms all the time. If I don't like some shit TM Sleazy doing, I'ma speak on it. If they want me to come on the show and talk about a story that I want to talk about and allow me to say what I want to say and grow my platform, I'll go on the show. I don't like any of these. I'm not a big fan of any of these media outlets. They're my competition. I want to be top dog. So if I didn't, I couldn't grow if I didn't extend my go on these different platforms if they request to interview me or get my take on some stuff. So it ain't just TMZ. I don't like seeing. I'm not a fan of CNN. I'm not a fan of none of them. But if CNN want me to come on the show and talk about what I talk about every day, you'll see my ass on CNN. But every day and every time my mouth open, I'm going to tell y'all honestly how I feel about them. If they have a problem with it, then that's their problem, not mine. But yeah, I cannot wait for the Michael Jackson. Oh my God. Y'all know we're gonna do a review. We're gonna do a special Flow Show, no filter review of the Michael Jackson movie the next day after I see it on the 24th. I'm sure we will have the review on the 25th. Get your popcorn. I need a big box of popcorn for this one. Come on, Island Girl, coming in on in late. Disturbing the class. Hope you got your hall pass. Everybody say what's up to Island Girl. She coming in late. She's tardy. But we all love Island Girl, so it's all good. Come on in, have a seat. Let me go to the comments because I see y'all are as excited as I am. Hold on, let me go to the chat. Lazy Baby says, I can't wait to see it. Renee says, I'm very excited to see it. They said Javar is amazing as Michael. I would say that Paris has come out and said that she didn't really agree with everything. Yeah, glad you added that. Paris did say she didn't come out and agree. But I think another main problem Paris had is when I read between the lines of Paris' interview, she really felt the kind of way also that they didn't really use much of her input. And I can understand her feeling a little way. So that might have made her have a little, but at the end of the day, she supports the movie. She supports the movie and she is excited for it to come out. But when I read between the lines of her interview about it, I really think what really kind of rubbed her, like kind of pissed her off a little bit was she said she gave a lot of input and like zero of it was used. So I think that's why she said what she said. Elise says Jafar's voice is right on track. Lazy Baby said, I know you know TMZ has to be messy. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We need more likes, And we gotta have a $50 super chat goal every day, y'all. I actually go live for my YouTube community, but you know my podcast is really an audio podcast. So the super chats and tips are appreciated because I really come on as a service to. I've always wanted to come on here for the Flow Show No Filter fans and supporters that actually want to interact live. But we got to start getting our super chats up. We can't. I'll be putting in work on this live. It's something to do it live because audio is easy because I can do it at any time. I can do it in the middle of the night if I want to. I can do it in the middle of the day, and I can just lock in and just talk. Coming on live is an extra. Trust me, it's an extra. It's an extra piece of work, but I don't mind doing it. I love y'all, and I look forward to 8:30 every day. But part of going live is definitely showing appreciation, even for C Tuck when as he becomes more part of the show and starts doing some of his own episodes. I want to make sure that we are definitely supporting the live version because it is extra work, y'all. Just would put that out there. But as we continue, I'm glad to see that y'all are excited or just as excited as I am about that movie. I can't wait. And before I go on, I just want to make sure that, again, Jermaine and Janet, especially Janet, have come out and said that TMZ story is actually false. And guess what? I did a story about that with citing all my sources, and TikTok took the video down. I have it on every other platform with no problem. I got the story about TMZ putting out that story and Janet Jackson, people refuting that story. I don't know how the hell TikTok removed it talking about community guidelines. They couldn't explain what. It just says community guidelines. And then I appealed it. They restored the video because I knew I didn't do anything wrong. TikTok restored the video and then took it off again and then said no appeal available. TMZ must have something going on with TikTok. I got the same video posted on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. No problems. And it's not even a bad video. I used sources and documented what I said and basically asked everybody watching it, what do y'all think? It's nothing. It's not hateful. It's not even a bad. If you saw my video, if any of y'all saw the video about me talking about the Michael Jackson thing, I literally didn't say anything wrong. And TikTok took it down. I appealed it. They restored the video. And immediately when it got restored, then they took it down again. And then when I went to go try to appeal, it says no appeal available. I thought that was strange. I thought that was very strange. I'm like, what does TMZ have going on with TikTok? I swear, ever since TikTok has went full American or been bought by whatever's going on, I really don't like TikTok at all. It's just a platform that a lot of my fans are on, and I'm so used to their editing softwares where I like to make my videos. So I normally make my videos on TikTok, and TikTok makes you post it if you want the video version without the watermark on it. So I usually just make it there, post it, and then I put my videos on all the other platforms. I really don't like TikTok anymore. And that was strange. I mean, for to take down a video where I'm talking about a Michael Jackson movie and saying that TMZ put this story out, but Janet Jackson's people refute it. What the fuck is wrong with that? Like, what community guideline did I break by saying what this side said and what this side said? And then asking the fans who watch my content, what do y'all think? And they removed the video in record time. Like as soon as I posted it, it got removed. But then I appealed it, and the AI software restored it. Then as soon as they restored it, they took it down again and then wouldn't even let me appeal it. I'm like, oh, this is weird. I don't know what. I don't know what. Hey, look, I bet you if I talk about Harvey and bring up the Harvey and the Epstein files, I bet you that video will get taken down on TikTok. I don't know what the hell is going on with TikTok. That shit was weird. Yeah, all media is being censored crazy right now. Like I said, how is me talking about a movie, giving my opinion and clearing up, and literally this came from Janet's people. This was a community note on X. So this is official. So there's no way I broke any community guideline on that video, man. I don't know what the hell TMZ got going on with TikTok, but it was strange. Took it down twice as if it was such a bad, like I didn't do anything wrong in the video, like whatsoever. I didn't do nothing wrong. If you saw that video, it was nothing wrong. I didn't even call out anybody specifically at TMZ. I said, is TMZ trying to sabotage the movie? And I asked a question and I said, well, they said this about Janet Jackson, and then Janet Jackson, denies it. The fuck? That pissed me off. That really pissed me off. I was like, hold on, I didn't even do nothing wrong at all. But anyway, I can't wait to review the movie next week. Let's all go watch it. Make sure y'all go out and watch the new Michael Jackson movie. It drops April 24th in all theaters. And they say some theaters will have it as soon as the 22nd. So the 24th is next Tuesday. And next Tuesday. And then that means the 22nd is Sunday. So some TVs, what am I talking about? Some theaters may have it in your city on Sunday. So check Sunday if you want to see it. Now, let's move on to Diddy's big head ass. I mean, sorry about that, man. You know what I mean. Next, a month and a week. I'm getting ahead. I told y'all I'm so excited about this damn movie. I'm gonna hurry up and see it. I'm mad I wasn't invited to the I'm mad I wasn't invited to the damn private screening. Denise says TikTok's new owner is to filter what he does not like. That is why he bought TikTok, to promote conservative ideology. Yeah, people have been complaining. A lot about the censorship on TikTok has got ridiculous. I don't really, like I said, I just post because I use their editing software. I'm not a big TikTok person like I used to be. I actually skim through all of, like, I probably skim or scroll on Facebook more than I scroll. I probably scroll on Facebook more than I scroll on TikTok now. And I don't even be on Facebook that much. But yeah, the censorship, and man, people are complaining. People's pages are getting banned left and right on TikTok. So some of you are already saying you don't have a TikTok. Good for you. You are smart. Don't even bother. It's not even what it used to be at all. TikTok has turned into some bullshit. But anyway, let's get into this Diddy mess, man. The Source magazine is reporting. Y'all know we got to talk about Diddy big head ass. We ain't talked about Diddy big head ass in a long time. But he back in the news with another appeal. I'm like, Diddy, just do your time, man. and don't be having too many freak offs in the jail. But this is Diddy appeal convictions vying for release from the Source magazine. Sean Diddy Combs is mounting a new legal challenge in an effort to overturn the remaining convictions tied to his prostitution case. According to court filings submitted Friday, March 13th, the music executive's attorneys are asking an appeals court to review the sentence handed down earlier in the case. Combs was previously cleared of sex trafficking and racketeering charges, but still received a 50-month prison sentence tied to prostitution-related convictions. His legal team argues the punishment far exceeds what is typical for the offense. In their filing, the attorneys claim the sentence was 4 times higher than normal and describes the ruling as a perversion of justice. Now, didn't they? I feel like they already argued this point before and was shut down, but maybe I'm seeing things or hallucinating. Let's continue. His legal team argues the punishment, like I said, was 4 times higher than normal. Now, the appeal also criticizes the sentencing process itself. Lawyers contend the court relied on acquitted conduct sentencing, which they define as the practice of increasing punishment based on rejected allegations. As part of the motion, the defense is asking the appeals court to order Combs' immediate release and grant a judgment of acquittal, or at least vacate and remand for resentencing. I hope they expedite the denial on this appeal. You know, what pisses me off is that, and I don't know, why does it seem like Diddy has had 1,000 appeals, 1,000 filings? But when you look at the regular people who a lot of times actually are innocent, they have to wait years and years if they even are granted an appeal. I know people who been waiting for an appeal for 4, 5, 6 years and actually have a strong case for an appeal. But then you got this big head monster Diddy. He gets 1,000 appeals. If you remember, he had 1,000 chances at getting bail. Every time they said this was his last chance, he got another chance. And then you look at the average everyday American, 9 times out of 10, he won't get a freaking appeal. And then if he does get an appeal, it could take 5, 6, 4, 3, 4, 5 years. Did he get an appeal in a matter of 6 months? I just don't like that shit. Like I wish the system had some way of just being a little more balanced, where even if you don't have the money, there should be a more of a fair process. Even if you don't have the money, you should be able to get an appeal within a year. If you're gonna let people like Diddy get one in 6 months, and appealing the same shit over and over and over again. Talking about immediate release. So I don't know, y'all. What y'all think about the appeal? So did y'all know On top of this appeal, Diddy is planning the biggest party ever for his release. This is courtesy of the Mirror publication. Angelica Cheyenne actually wrote this article. It says, Sean, P. Diddy Combs is ready to get his party on and is reportedly planning to do so when he finishes his stint in prison. So while he following these million appeals, he's planning big parties. Y'all, I don't want, if he is able to get out at the end, because like I said, I believe they're drumming up more charges. But as of right now, we don't have any charges, so we can't say for sure. But I don't know. What is Diddy gonna do when he get out? He can't sit still. He loves the limelight, and everybody hates his guts for the most part. I mean, he has a few little Mohawk Diddy fans who just refuse, who don't give a shit about humanity. But they are few and far and few between, whatever the saying is. But can you imagine Diddy at this point out in the free world? Do you think he's gonna get like booed everywhere he goes? Do you think they're gonna show him love? Do you think he's gonna try to go into hiding? Or do you think he's gonna be like, you know what, out in the public eye and just getting on everybody's nerve? I think he's gonna force his way into the public world and just be a thorn in everybody's side if he makes it out. He strikes me as that type of person. But let's hear about this party he's planning. It has been claimed that the 56-year-old Bad Boy Records label founder is said to be orchestrating what might be one major comeback bash for his exit from federal prison after he was sentenced to 50 months in prison October 25th due to his conviction of transportation for prostitution. And I quote, Diddy wants the biggest release party he's ever thrown. A source said, bigger than the white parties, bigger than anything. He wants it to feel like a coronation. So when Diddy comes out, he wants to feel like he wants to be crowned king again. But the crazy part is, y'all, who is going to show up to this party? You cannot, if you are a celebrity or in any type of business with any type of integrity, showing up to this party would destroy you and your brand. Imagine, nobody, is Ashton Kutcher gonna come to this party? The Kutcher man? Is Ellen gonna come to this party? This big, how can you throw a huge party and nobody's gonna come in? And nobody's coming. Can you imagine how your brand and your name will be destroyed if you show up to Diddy's coming home party? So nobody's gonna be there. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be there. His family, the couple, the one or two childhood friends he have that were actually at the court that I ran into, and like C, or not even C, maybe like C, D list celebrities like Stevie J. I don't even think Ray J stupid ass. Well, Ray J might show up. But let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think Ray J would show up? And Jay said, with what money? This narcissistic demon needs to just go. We are sick to death of hearing this dude's name. Yeah. And he is so delusional that he thinks he can throw a big party when he comes. Nobody's coming to that party, bro. And I like this statement. I just seen this statement, and this is so true. Denise says he hasn't learned a damn thing. Some people need to be done away with because they're rotten. That is a good point. Like planning a party, man, nobody's showing up to that damn party. But let's continue this uh stupid ass idea. Let's entertain this stupid ass idea for a few more moments. Diddy's desire for a massive celebration follows court and prison records that project the music mogul to be released now, April 25th, 2028. This would be months before the previous projected release date of June 4th, 2028. The All About the Benjamins rapper is serving out his sentence at Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution, a low security prison facility in New Jersey. Along with being sentenced to over 4 years, Diddy was also hit with 5 years of supervised release after a jury judged him to be guilty on 2 counts of transportation for the purpose of prostitution involving ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura and male sex workers. However, Diddy wasn't found guilty of racketeering and conspiracy and sex trafficking. It's been reported that his early release date comes amid his participation in the residential drug abuse program. Diddy's camp recently explained that he was fully committed to bettering himself while behind bars. So Diddy is bettering himself behind bars, yet we see no change. He trying to plan parties. He is saying everything was done wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Yet he's trying to better himself. Sure. Diddy is draining. I'm gonna be honest. Diddy is like just draining. He just drains your energy. This mess. Let's continue with itty bitty Diddy's draining ass. Mr. Combs is an active participant in the RDAP and has taken his rehabilitation process seriously from the start. He is fully engaged in his work, focused on growth, and committed to positive change. Somebody named Shooter quoted on Substack. How much money did he pay this Shooter person to put all this extra hot dog energy on his on how all this growth that Diddy is committed to and all? Man, Diddy is. That just shows you, man, money will make people say anything, won't it? Which is why you can't listen to half the shit that's said in this media. I always tell you all the time, we got to support our independent uh, media sources because this right here, who this guy's saying that Diddy's committed to all this positive change and growth, I want to know how much he being paid. This same guy goes on to say he doesn't think going to jail ends him. He thinks this refines him. Furthermore, one shared that Diddy's perspective is an example of how he sees his image for when he gets out. He believes the public loves a redemption arc. So let me stop right there for a second. So Diddy believes that all of y'all the public, y'all love a redemption story. Is that true? Y'all the public, y'all tell me. According to Diddy, y'all love a redemption arc. So y'all gonna be tuned in and y'all can't wait for Diddy to turn it around and win y'all hearts back over. Meanwhile, he says, don't expect him to disappear. Didn't we just say that? Before we even read this article, didn't we just talk about Diddy ain't disappearing? Diddy is going to be, whether you want to see him or not, he is going to have his big head ass up in everybody's face whenever he touched American soil. And now they just co-signed it in this article. Don't expect Diddy to disappear. They say the second those gates open, he'll be everywhere. Diddy, Diddy, Diddy. Diddy, you think he annoying now. If he ever sees the light of day, prepare to be annoyed again. More than ever. But I did have accept invite. I'm on somebody. It's funny when people text me during the show, like, I'm on a whole ass show right now. I'll be happy to help you out once my whole ass podcast show that I do every day from 8:30 to 9:30 is over. I'll be more than happy to do whatever you're texting me about. But let me find this story. The story about the guy who said, what is his name? Jonathan Hay. You know, Diddy requests that they dismiss those accusations that he forced a male music producer to perform sex acts on him. They actually denied it. And this is one of those stories that could turn criminal for Diddy. So he might want to spend less time planning his big shindig. He might want to spend less time planning that and more time trying to get in front of these charges that are coming down the pipeline. It says Sean Diddy Combs' request to dismiss accusations he forced a male music producer to perform sex acts on him has been denied, as disgraced mogul faces another explosive trial. It's crazy. I told y'all the one thing I can say about this algorithm, or this my algorithm. Everybody comes in here as soon as you mention Diddy. Now the numbers haven't been as high because we haven't been talking about Diddy for the most part. We get to talking about Diddy, everybody and their mama come in here. I don't know why everybody's so interested in what's going on with Diddy, but I got y'all. But it just amazes me because, like I told you, Diddy can be draining at this point. But anyway, listen to this because this is a civil case that could easily turn criminal. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Sean Diddy Combs could soon be back in court. Radar Online is reporting that after the rapper's desperate attempt to dismiss another sexual assault lawsuit has been denied in its entirety. That clears the way for a trial for music producer Jonathan Hay, who has accused Combs of sexually violating him on multiple, keyword, multiple occasions. In documents obtained by Radar, Combs had filed a request with a motion to strike the lawsuit on the grounds that Hay failed to state facts sufficient to constitute causes of action and uncertainty. However, this is going to be music to a lot of you guys' ears. However, in a detailed decision, Judge Michael E. Whitaker struck down each request, ruling the court overrules the Combs defendants in its entirety. Furthermore, the court denies the Combs defendants' motion to strike in its entirety. In other words, bring your ass. In other words, the judge say, this case is moving forward. Bring your behind. Now, Jonathan Haidt came forward late last year and revealed he is the John Doe who sued Combs shortly after his historic rape and prostitution trial came to a close. In an exclusive interview with Radar, Haidt claimed he faced a handful of disturbing incidents with Combs, including allegedly being forced to perform oral on the musician. Now, I can't put into words how disturbing that incident with Sean Combs was on so many levels. Haidt said, as a man, being so violently violated and humiliated like that is something I will never be able to get over. The thoughts continue to recycle. I can't escape it. As Radar previously reported, Haidt first met Combs sometime around 1998 while working on a project together. Years later, Haidt would be invited to meet with Diddy again for a possible collaboration, but that's where he claims things turned ugly. Remember, this guy has a police report, allegedly has hardcore evidence. And like I said, this judge has struck down Diddy's attempt to dismiss this, which means this judge feels like there's some credible info here. This is not a case for Diddy to play with. According to his lawsuit, Combs turned to plaintiff and asked if he was looking at defendant's Combs' genitals. Caught off guard, the plaintiff denied it and laughed and tried to dismiss the bizarre comment. Why did he always think somebody looking at his Tootsie Roll? Defendant Combs kept dancing and repeated the accusation. Like, hey man, you looking at my balls. Claiming plaintiff wanted to see his genitalia. Then that's when the defendant Combs allegedly stepped closer, pulled down his britches, and exposed the Tootsie Roll. Telling the plaintiff, Jonathan, hey, look at it since you're trying to look anyway. Allegedly, that's what Diddy said. This Diddy is a monster. Diddy is a full-on monster who ran amok on the... Man, now that you hear about all this stuff, can you imagine how much horror and terror that Diddy brought to people while he was out here in the free world and able to do whatever he wanted to? Because before this conviction, Diddy was the celebrity world's golden boy, which lets you know how shady the celebrity world is. Because they all knew this shit. But they crowned Diddy the golden boy of the celebrity world anyway. Like I said, that if you really think about it, it really did, this whole Diddy thing, what it did more than anything was really expose a toxic, evil, devilish, demonic society, which we call Hollyweird or Hollywood. Diddy this whole Diddy thing really exposed them more than anything. Exposed the whole, because how are y'all crowning a guy like this? And you know, from Ellen to Ashton to even Oprah, to all of them, they treated Diddy as if he was an angel. You know, they knew these stories. Anyway, like this story. Now, he's allegedly pulled his pants down to show his genitals to this guy, Jonathan Hay, who just came there to make beats. And after that, Combs allegedly moved closer, telling Jonathan Hay to touch his Tootsie Roll. And when he tried to turn away, Combs reportedly turned physical. Jonathan Hay again tried to play it off with nervous laughter, spinning in his chair away from the defendant Combs in an attempt to create distance. This is a nasty story. Diddy, I would have ripped Diddy to shreds had he even attempted any of this mess to flow. But like I always say, bullies and people like Diddy, they know who to try. Anyway, as Jonathan Hay tried to get distance, defendant Combs continued to push himself towards Jonathan Hay's face and telling him, suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. The alleged attack was only stopped when a loud buzz interrupted the moment, causing Combs to leave. But Jonathan Hay didn't stop there. Jonathan Hay also alleges he was in the room when now jailed music mogul allegedly pleasured himself into Biggie Small's shirt and then splashed him with it. Man, this is disgusting. According to legal docs, Combs allegedly grabbed a shirt belonging to the late rapper and, you know, did what he did. We all heard that story. Well, I wonder how this police report looks. This has to be a disgust. You have to wash your hands after you even read this police report. Let's go to the chat and see what the hell people got to say. Lazy Baby says, keep in mind, Flo, it's a lot of people, even higher ups, who engage in that behavior and believe it's okay. Now, that's the scary part. What else? Island Girl says, I can't even imagine how gross it's going to be when he acts like everything's just fine when he gets out. And Mickey made a good point. Remember, Jonathan Hay is not asking for any money. Great point, Mickey. Denise says he would have lost his balls that day. That would have been the last time that Tootsie Roll ever seen the light of day. I agree, Denise. Definitely a nasty story that if this story is true, Jonathan Hay needs to get his justice, just do whatever you want to call it. Out of all the stories, this is one of the nastiest. And Diddy got some nasty stories, but this is definitely top 5 nastiest story, top 3 probably. Nastiest Diddy stories going on right now. The Diddler is a sicko. Hasina says, hey, baby, how's it going? Catskills is loving you. Shout out to Catskills. Shout out to Catskills. Make sure if you are not a Buzzsprout subscriber, we need to get the subscriptions up. We need to get the subscription up. The Buzzsprout subscription link is in the notes. Become a Buzzsprout subscriber. That actually supports and keeps the show going. The Buzzsprout subscriptions keep the podcast going in general. The super chats, the donations, to the either the Cash App, Apple Pay, or the straight super chats direct. They keep the live going. We may, as we approach summer, we want to keep the show 5 days a week. We were definitely going to have to get our super chats and our donations for the live show are going to have to go up, or we may have 3 shows a week instead of 5 shows a week. We will see how that works out. I will let y'all know. Other than that, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Flow Daddy Flow, Facebook, same name, and actually TikTok, same name. I drop content consistently every day. I got some huge updates coming this week. I've actually got some calls on some inside information. I'm going to return some of those calls over the next couple of days and see what is going on. I don't know if it's some big Diddy news. I don't know if it's some Epstein news, but I know it's either one. It's either Epstein or Diddy. So I would definitely let y'all know about that. I'll go to the chat one more time and see, but this Diddy, can y'all imagine if for some reason Diddy gets this appeal and they release him immediately? People are gonna lose their minds. I'm gonna cuss. If Diddy gets this appeal, because when is his exact appeal? Does anybody in the chat know what date the appeal is for? I'm gonna look it up right quick. What date is Diddy's latest appeal? When is the hearing date? Let's see. Man, I'm telling y'all, if Diddy gets this appeal, so April 9th, put this on your calendar. It says here, April 9th, 10 a.m., U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, Manhattan, New York. What this hearing is about, Diddy's legal team is appealing in his 2025 conviction and 4-year plus federal sentence tied to the Mann Act. They argue the sentence judge improperly relied on allegations like sexual trafficking claims that the jury actually acquitted him of. The appeal, of course, that we all know was fast-tracked, which is why the court set oral arguments relatively quickly for the spring of 2026. Thank you for the super chat, Lazy Baby. Super chat, Lazy Baby. Great job, Flo. Keep it up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. I appreciate the super chat. I'm gonna put it up on the big board. That's one step closer. But yeah, guys, seriously, we definitely, in order to make the live show continue to make it make sense for all of us, we need to get the super chats up. And I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. I know it's a tough time. It's a rough time. Groceries is high as hell. We at war. Gas is high. But guess what? If it's high for y'all, it's high for me too. So I have to definitely make sure that my time is used wisely so I can be good and survive in this crazy ass economy that this administration has put on our freaking shoulders. I I don't know what gas is now, but I know it jumped up crazy ever since we've been in this war. And of course, grocery ain't going down no time soon. But definitely put in your calendar. The next big court date is April 9th, which is in a few weeks. What is this? What is this? March 16th, so about 3 weeks. And I don't know, y'all. I don't think he's gonna get this appeal, but something is not sitting right with me about this appeal. I don't know, y'all. That's why I really want y'all to pay attention. Please pay attention to this appeal. I don't know. I feel funny about this one. I don't know. I feel like it's some deals being done behind the scenes that we don't know about. I feel like some type of money is exchanging hands, and that's just me speculating. I haven't heard that from anywhere. It's just I don't feel right about this appeal. Something don't sit right. I could be tripping, and they're probably gonna throw the book at him and shut him down like they normally do. But I'm watching this one closely because it's been awful quiet on the Diddy front, and I don't like it. So anyway, y'all, let's get the hell out of here. It's time to play the theme song.
It's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
And as always, I love y'all. Be safe, be good, and I am out.